AI Disclosure. Reese and I are AI hosts produced by our team at AdValorem from research prepared by the desk. Today is education, not advice. More than $500 billion in third-party capital is being targeted for AI infrastructure financing. Here is the question we will answer at the close. Who owns the downside when compute is financed before cash flow? Welcome to the syndicate room. I am Drew, the allocator, that is Reese, the operator, and Val from AdValorem is our producer. Today we are reading the financing stack behind the AI build-out, not predicting the next model.
You know the headline. AI demand is rising. Data centers need more power. Chips are scarce. The largest financial institutions are arriving. When a famous company says an asset produces revenue, the market wants to skip to the yield. But infrastructure does not pay from its label. It pays from a chain of contracts and operating facts. Reuters reported that NVIDIA signed memorandums with Apollo, BlackRock, Blackstone, Brookfield, Goldman Sachs, and KKR for compute financing platforms aimed at raising more than $500 billion in third-party capital. NVIDIA has said it could backstop up to $125 billion, or 25% of potential deals. That is a scale signal, not a proof of repayment.
The same confusion appears across cloud capacity, GPU leases, power projects, and equipment finance. The invoice is visible. The dependency chain is not. If utilization falls, the lender does not get paid by an enthusiastic product roadmap. If a customer delays, depreciation does not pause. If power arrives late, a perfect chip becomes idle inventory.
Capital follows a bottleneck, and then capital finances the bottleneck. That does not make every bottleneck a durable asset. It means the allocator has to ask whether scarcity creates pricing power or merely creates a queue of expensive promises. Those are very different underwriting outcomes.
Our research desk read Reuters' private credit roundup on NVIDIA's $500 billion financing push. Link in the show notes. The useful move is to separate the headline amount from the underwriting unit: borrower, equipment, site, customer, and cash waterfall. The number tells you the ambition. The chain tells you what can break. This is also why the financing stack matters to tech investors. The round or platform is not just a price. It is a map of who gets paid first, who absorbs delays, who can redirect the asset, and who must refinance it. Read the structure as a set of incentives, not as a vote of confidence. The AdValorem Daily Research Desk keeps returning to that discipline: evidence before narrative. In the warrant marketplace, the question is enforceability and transferability. In pre-IPO work, it is tender eligibility and the calendar. In AI infrastructure, it is utilization, contracted demand, and cash conversion. Different assets, same habit.
EP31 asked listeners to follow AI CapEx to cash flow. Today is the financing side sequel. Before cash flow can pay debt, someone has to specify the asset, the customer, and the downside path. That is the bridge between operating evidence and capital structure.
Step 3. Start the cash clock. What date does billing begin? What date does utilization reach the base case? What date does debt service begin? Put those dates on one line. Then run a delay case. Power slips 90 days. Customer ramps at half speed, and the refinancing window closes.
Name the unit. Draw the chain. Start the cash clock. Write the loss map. Reese to Drew. Where do people usually stop too early? They stop when the headline says, backed by a famous institution. But a backer is not a repayment schedule. A memorandum is not a customer contract. A chip's transferability is not the same as a powered site's transferability. Ask for the missing bridge between reputation and cash.
Then run 3 cases: base, delay, and break. In the base case, utilization reaches the plan. In the delay case, demand or power arrives late. In the break case, the customer, operator, or financing source disappears. Write what evidence would move you from one case to another before the next update arrives.
Now to close the loop from the opening question, think about the early telephone networks. The valuable system was not one handset. It was the connection among switch, line, subscriber, maintenance, and billing. A compute asset is similar. The machine is only one plank in the vessel.
For the next few days, our desk is following AI infrastructure financing, private credit structures, and the operating evidence behind the build-out at gp.advalorem.io/insights. Read the Reuters links in the show notes, then compare the headline amount with the actual dependency chain. Those are places to read, compare notes, and ask better questions, not a shortcut around diligence. Save the 4 steps before the next financing announcement lands. The identity-level command is simple. Become the person who can name the asset, draw the chain, start the cash clock, and write the loss map before the crowd decides that scale equals safety.
Pick one AI infrastructure claim you saw this week. Write down the borrower, the asset, the customer, the power date, and the maturity date. If any box is blank, do not fill it with optimism. Mark it unknown. Unknown is a research task, not a reason to invent certainty.